if you're looking for a car, there are a lot of things that you want to look out for when it comes to checking out a vehicle before you make an informed decision on whether you want the car or not. Whether you're buying a car or even if you're selling a car, there's a few things that you want to watch out for when it comes to whoever's interested. You want to watch out for scams, and you want to watch out for anybody that's trying to like get your information, especially if you're using Facebook Marketplace and hacking your account. And in this video, watching out for people that may waste your time, from the seller to the consumer to the consumer to the seller. And here's an example of what I want to show you today. I'm going to show you that conversation, and I'm going to show you what not to do when looking for a car. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Blackhawk Bond 007, back here with another video. If you know the vibes, hit the subscribe. If you don't bite, give me a like. That's right. Become a Blackhawk right here, right now, if you like what I do. I got the latest and the greatest police chases, test drives, car news, and car reviews. Let's get into it. And also what we do on this channel is DIY videos and learn with me tutorials. And this is what this video is here. Another example of a learn with me tutorial. And you're going to learn with me on what not to do when buying a car. And in this video, we're going to talk about the importance of explicit, clear, cut, and straight to the point communication. Explicit, clear cut, and straight to the point communication is what we're going to talk about today in this example. This customer that I was messaging, right? And we're going to pull up the messages right here. Okay, so straight to the point, I had this the Pontiac. Y'all saw the Pontiac, okay? I'm asking $2,000 for the Pontiac, right? So the customer messages me and says, straight to the point, can we meet later? I have $1,500 cash. So this person made a negotiated offer. Seemed like, okay, straight to the point. He says, I'm a serious buyer. I work in Delaware as we speak. No problem. So he lives out of town, but he works in Delaware. The car's in Delaware. So it's like boom, boom, boom. The conversation starts off great. Okay? So he says, yeah, $1,500 cash. I'm like, In my back of my head, I'm like, I already had the price of $25. I was going to play with it. Already dropped it down to $2,000. $1,500. Do I really want to go for that? And then I start to count the number of days that I've had the car sell. Is it going to be worth that profit margin? This, that, and the third, based off of, what I paid for the car. Good running car. Just needs to tune up. Y'all saw this video before. It was a test drive video that I did. It was a POV test drive. Ran great on the highway. So, whoever gets this car, they're going to like it. Especially if you're in PA, where all you have to do is register the car first, inspect it later. Oh, that's a big win for you. So here we are. He offers $1,500. I counter him with 17. He counters back again with 16. He's like, well, I got to register it, insure it. All right, okay, cool. Because me, I don't care what you do with the car. I'm not thinking about, whether you flip it or not. If I get a really, really, really good car, no problems. I mean, zit-zot nothing. I'm really aiming for a consumer, not a seller. Like if you're a seller 9 times out of 10, I probably will decline you because you're going to lowball me. That's the name of the game. I just won't take you. You know what I mean? I want somebody that really needs that car. That's just how it is. Somebody gonna buy the car. So what am I pressed for a specific person for? When am I pressed for somebody that I know is gonna lowball me, especially if I know you're a seller? And I'm going to show you all that in a separate video on how to check that another day. So anyway, I counted her with we agree on $1,600. And the point is, I don't care what you do with the car as long as I agree with the negotiated price if I accept the negotiation while the car is still in my possession. So, boom. I say, hey, boss, what's your phone number so I can call you? He drops the phone number, okay? And then we go on to the conversation. We'll switch over to that. We have, let me see if I can play this right here. Let me see something here.
Yeah, you can meet me at the riverfront. I sent you the address already.
All right. So, I gave him basically, a meeting location. I said, meet me here. I meet a different location every single time, Switch it up. So, we go to the messages here. And they were on this phone that I'm talking to you on. So, I had to switch over to the iPad, so I screenshotted them. So here we are. So boom, he's going to the bank. We're going to start from the dead beginning. So let's go up here. He says he's going to the bank. I gave him the address. And he confirmed, did you say come here? And I said, yes. He said, bet. I'm going to call you when I'm on the way. I said, okay, cool. Timestamps. I'm going to give timestamps too. So 5:26 p.m. He says, fuck. I left my debit card home. Right there, y'all. Right there. Red flag. So he says, I gotta go get it, then I'm coming right back. Or I can do Cash App. Am I getting the car in your name? I didn't get that one. I was a little confused with that, so I called him for clarity. But basically, just to explain, to give him the net of everything, he's in PA. He's in a state where you assume that you have to go to a tag place, notary, because Pennsylvania titles have to be notarized, okay? Most states don't have to notarize the title. There are 8 states in the United States that by law require for the title to be notarized, and we're going to wake up Shayla so she can tell you exactly what that is. Good evening, Shayla. How are you tonight? I have a question for you when you get a chance.
Good evening. I'm doing well, thank you. What's on your mind this evening?
Okay, there are 8 states in the United States that by law requires for a car title to be notarized. Can you tell us all 8 of those states, please, for the channel?
Yes, of course. Those states are Arizona, Kentucky, Louisiana, Montana, North Carolina, Ohio, Oklahoma, and Pennsylvania. Anything else I can help you with?
No, thank you. So there it is. So any other state that is not those 8 states, you do not have to go to the tag place with the person. The seller don't have to go with them. You can hand them the title. You want to give them a bill of sale. That's fine. And some states don't even require a bill of sale. We're going to figure out that one too. We'll break that down. Shayla, can you tell us which states in the United States by law require a bill of sale for a car transaction for the tag place or DMV?
There are quite a few states that require a bill of sale for car transactions. Would you like me to name them all? Or are you looking for the requirements in a specific state?
No, name them all. Everybody, we're going to figure out right now. Name them all.
Okay, here's the list of states that require a bill of sale for vehicle transactions. Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, Colorado, Connecticut, Idaho, Iowa, Kansas, Louisiana, Maine, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Washington, West Virginia, and Wyoming.
Okay, so that's all the states that by law require for the title to not, to have a bill of sale with it. So a car I sold recently, being though that the car was not sold in that state, okay, this particular state still required a copy of the bill of sale to show proof that the car was sold. That was the state of New York. This title is a Maine clean title. It's a clean title from the state of Maine. Now, a bill of sale will not be required, being as though that the car is going to be purchased and not registered in the state of Maine. So it doesn't require a copy of the bill of sale. And if this person were to buy the car in the state of Pennsylvania, it does not require a bill of sale. Okay? It does not require a bill of sale. If they were to do it in Delaware, it does not require a bill of sale. If they were to do it in Jersey, it does not require a bill of sale. So we're going to also hear from Shayla. What states do not require a bill of sale for a car purchase for the DMV?
Off the top of my head, I know that California, Massachusetts, and Tennessee do not require a bill of sale. Would you like me to find out about any other states for you?
Name them all.
It can vary a little, but generally, Florida, Georgia, Maryland, Michigan, and New Hampshire don't require a bill of sale. Do you need to know about any other states?
How about Pennsylvania And how about Delaware?
It's best to double check with the Pennsylvania and Delaware DMV websites for the most up-to-date information, as requirements can change.
I could tell you right now, Pennsylvania don't require a bill of sale. Delaware don't require a bill of sale. It really depends on who is processing your paperwork. So for the most part, sometimes you can do a bill of sale, sometimes, but they don't make it like a requirement. I personally don't mind doing a bill of sale for added security, just so everything is done as effectively the first time. So that's not a problem for me, as I've done that plenty of times in the past. So this guy would have registered the car in PA. PA does not require a bill of sale. You just take it over there as long as you have the proof of the ownership, the title, insurance. They'll run the VIN in their system, make sure the car's not stolen, and then they will do the title transfer, so long as that particular title from whatever state it's coming from does not require to be notarized. If it was notarized, the owner or whoever's name is on the title must be physically present at that tag place in order for the car title transfer to be done. Because a notary is where two parties, party A, party B, come together to sign off on a document, a mutual document. And the witness would be the DMV and or the person that is authorized to notarize that document, that legal document with the stamp. So in this case, Maine does not require their document to be notarized, so you could take it to any state without the seller present to do the title transfer. So back to the conversation right here. He says, fuck, I left my debit card home. I gotta go get it back, then I'm coming right back. Da-da-da. I said, nah, I don't have Cash App. I can't do Cash App. Can you do Apple Pay? But typically when you see that, you're like, oh, you gotta go back home now. Because I gave him options like, look, if you work in Delaware but you live in PA, right? All you got to do is go to your bank. Who's your bank? TD Bank. What time you get off work? 5. What time the bank close? 5. I used to have TD Bank, so I told him, I said, hey, look, TD Bank has a card access for 24 hours for members only. So if the bank is closed, you can still swipe your card through the thing, go inside, you have access to the ATMs. Boom. So then that's what he was telling me, fuck, I left my debit card home. For me, I thought that was cap. Because then I said, so your license too? He left his license there. But look, man, it was a long day. In my mind, I'm like, stop the cat. You give me excuses now. You were just so ready, and all of a sudden, what happened? Maybe he could have. But all of a sudden, I'm like, dude, you're driving your mom's car. All of a sudden, like, you can't, where's your license at? So what if you get pulled over? What if you come through an asshole cop? You understand what I'm saying? What you finna do then? Is your license suspended? Do you have a license? You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, and there's loopholes around that too, believe it or not. We could talk about that in another video. Matter of fact, we can ask Shayla in a minute. I'll get to that in a minute. So just to cut the shit, I told him the car is a clean New Jersey title. The title does not need to be notarized. PA titles have to be notarized. Jersey titles don't. I'm sorry. I got it mixed up with another title. One title was a Maine title, another title was a Jersey title. But nevertheless, both titles, both states, do not require notary. So that's same concept. So both Jersey and the state of Maine do not require the title to be notarized. So it's the same process. So my apologies for that. So the next part I said Pennsylvania titles don't have to be notarized, Jersey titles don't. So I could just give you my title and you could transfer the title on your own because it does not need to be notarized, being though it's a Jersey title. And I said, hey, you still coming down? This was because time went by from the time he said he would go back, get his license, go get his debit card so he could stop by a bank. He said, give me a sec. This is that bullshit that I hear all the time. Give you a sec. Give you a sec for what? He said, give me a sec because I called him. Yeah, I want to see what's up. So I said, hey, boss, it's been a couple of hours since you said you were going back to Philly. You coming back down? He asked, any tag places open? Once again, the seller does not have to be present for a title that does not require to be notarized. So I said, call my phone. Just call my phone. When they try to confine you to texting, you know some bullshit is going down. Sellers, you've been warned. Okay? Watch out for this. If you're messaging a customer and they try to force you to text, and you're a person that want to get on the phone, anybody who's on that shit gonna answer that phone every single time. They try and get this car before somebody else buy it. So he says, hold on, let me go home. First, I drove somewhere. Why are you telling me you drove somewhere? Drove somewhere where? Let me tell you something. I'm from Philly. That's that Philly talk. I drove somewhere. Drove somewhere where? You making all these detour stops now? You're not interested in the car anymore. I said, okay, because I thought you were coming right back I had things to do as well. I said, you don't need me for the tag place. You just need the car. The title does not need to be notarized, so you don't have to wait for me to go to a tag place. You can buy the car tonight, take it home, go to the tag place tomorrow. I want you to understand that I'm taking less than what I want for the car, so the deal is only for today. Because I have somebody that's offering full price, but they're not coming in the morning. So if you come today, I will only do the $1,600 if you come today. I was only doing that offer for same day pickup. So my question is to you, what time will you be here? I hear what you're saying, but I don't know where you're at when you say you had to run somewhere. All I need to know is what time will you be here? It's starting to get late. Okay? I want to get straight to the point so time doesn't drag out with no clear answer. Can you give me an arrival time so I can have everything ready for you? He says, I already knew it was coming. Come on, bro. We knew he wasn't coming. Give me all the stories. He said, I'm good, man. I got hella shit going on. I wasted your time. It's my fault. You can get your full cheese tomorrow morning. I thought he was talking about me at first, but I forgot. I told him about a customer coming tomorrow morning. So I said, so what time in the morning can you meet for the 2000? Again, you're still getting the car. It's worth it because even if you flip it, you'll get more. So what time can you meet? What did he say, y'all? I don't want it no more. I said, figure that. I said, if you're ever looking for a car and you're not interested anymore, just tell the seller you're not interested. I like calling people out and holding them accountable because come on, man, stop the cap. I said, you don't have to tell me that you're making all these trips around the world. You know what I mean? That has nothing to do with me. I don't know you. I'm just doing business. All I need to know is when you're coming to me, so just keep that in mind for the future. And I blocked them. So it's like, come on, y'all. Like, what we doing here? You know what I mean? Don't waste the seller's time. Give clear communication. If you're not coming no more, you're not coming no more. All that fancy talking about I gotta run here. I'm a Philly. I
said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. First of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Ooh, I was about to say the N-word. This is children watching this, man. I'm a Philly ninja, okay? I know the lingo. I know all that lingo, man. I know exactly when you about to talk to all that finesse bullshit. I know exactly when you doing all that, okay? I ain't trying to hear none of that shit, all right? I know exactly when you about to bullshit. I knew that right off rip, and we can break it down. He was so serious. He was giving time points and everything. I get off of work at this time. I can run to the bank by this time. I can be to you by this time. What type of payment methods do you take? Boom, boom, boom. Now all of a sudden, he's being vague. He's saying all that turned into, I had to stop somewhere. I had to run somewhere. You had to run where? Okay. Well, what time will we be back to the house? I told him, let me know when you get to the house, and let me know when you're on your way, and let me know when your GPS time is. I don't give a fuck where you running at. All I need to know is the time. That's it. The time. The team. I need the time. Okay? That's it. Straight to the point. No nonsense. Because I ain't waiting for you anyway. It's first come, first serve.
Gotcha, bitch.
Give me all that talk. Until, let me tell you, this is how I do it. I don't do no texting. So when they message about a car, the first thing I do is phone number. You don't give a phone number, that's it. And it varies by the customer because the customer, you got to be concerned for why the customer is concerned sometimes about you asking for a phone number. And they have every right to, because I'm showing y'all how customers scam. I'm showing y'all how customers waste your time. I also show y'all how sellers waste people's time. So you got to be respectful and mindful of that too. So I have a couple of ways of, trying to prove to the customer my validity. I'll send them a voice message so they hear my voice, because the whole idea is get the number. And it takes too much time to text. There's only one of you sellers, and it's a million of you customers. It's faster to talk on the phone. It takes 5-10 minutes. Before we had Facebook Marketplace, You had Craigslist. You didn't even have OfferUp, right? You know what I mean? They even had Let Go. Until I guess OfferUp bought them out. So it was OfferUp, Let Go. You had Facebook Marketplace, but before you had all, you had a Craigslist, and then but either way, you still had to message the listing, and you had to get their phone number, talk to them. Before that, you just got lucky if you passed the car and had a for sale sign, or you pick up the newspaper. You know what I mean? Somebody put their listing in their newspaper. You see a car for sale. Or you just go online. You have to call somebody. Either way, you got to get on the phone. So now we're so liberated where you can message people. And you got to be careful getting your phone number in there too, because Facebook usually flags that they don't like people giving out the number. But they do have an option if you put up your car for sale, where you can enter your phone number into the configuration of creating the post. That way they can just directly click on it through Facebook and call you direct. They look at it as soliciting in the wrong way possible. They want you to do it their way. I'm not putting my phone number in there. Y'all crazy. Y'all motherfuckers will be calling me at random, all types of day, night time. I'll be giving somebody. Y'all be calling me 2 o'clock in the morning, mid back shots.
I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. First of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Okay, I ain't trying to hear that. I ain't y'all ain't finna call me whenever y'all want. Shit, I gotta direct. My grandmother used to, when we used to cut the grass with my brother, my grandmother used to just randomly say out of nowhere, I direct this traffic. That's what I'm doing. I'm directing traffic. You feel me? If you're a car seller, use the app number. Customers, if you don't feel comfortable giving your actual phone number, give an app number. But get on the phone. It's important that you want to hear a voice. Get an idea knowing who you're meeting. You know what I mean? Nobody's trying to rob you. Or, you know what I mean? I mean, you got, and how to scam you on the phone by giving a phone number. You know what I mean? There's ways people do that, but you know, what are the odds? What are the chances? So, long story short, you know, get that phone number out. You know, hear a voice, get an idea who you're meeting. And if you're giving out a phone number, both of you have an iPhone. If the customer feels comfortable with you FaceTiming, they want you to FaceTime sellers. If the customer wants you to FaceTime them, FaceTime the customer. Give them what they want, because it makes the interaction more comfortable prior to you meeting up. That's even 10 times better because you know who you're meeting up with. So that's great. So if the customer asks that, do it, because that actually secures your end too. You know who you're meeting with. You have an idea who you're meeting with. So there it is. And it makes the interaction. Wait till I contact her. So, you know what I mean? You don't have to worry about things like that, what just popped on my screen. So what just popped on my screen was a homegirl of mine, her page got duplicated. I reported her page twice. Serenity, you see that, right? Stop fucking playing with me. Yeah, they got rid of that bitch. You see it, Serenity? Look, this account was removed. Here's what else you can do. Thanks for reporting B-Bitch 763's account. Removed it from Instagram because it goes against the community guideline. Stop fucking playing with Serenity, bitch.
Gotcha, bitch.
And I'm like, oh no, this person trying to hack, trying to duplicate my homegirl's page. Facebook or Meta gonna say that this person didn't violate. Yeah, alright. I reported the second time they finally deleted her Facebook. Yep, or her Instagram account. So you gotta watch out for those things, y'all. You just gotta read the signs, know when something doesn't seem right. Especially if they don't have a blank profile. If they got a blank profile, you definitely want to get the number. You definitely want to ask for phone number. You want to hear a voice. You gotta know who you meeting up with. You gotta figure something out. Something gotta give. But yeah, man, today's video is basically teaching you not to waste people's time. Clear communication. If you don't want to come anymore, just say, look, I'm not interested no more. It's fine. You ain't spent your money. It's your money. It's your prerogative. You have every right to even come and check out the car. Car could be 100% perfect and you still don't want it. It's perfectly fine. That's their choice. And you can't get mad at that sellers. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So, clear communication. That's clear. We're going to go back to that last thing before I say bid y'all do. Hey, Shayla, there are some states, from my understanding, that you are still able to do a title transfer even if you just have a state ID and not a driver's license. If that exists, can you tell me which states there are?
In most states, you'll need a valid driver's license to transfer a vehicle title. However, Some states might accept a state-issued ID card instead. Would you like me to look up the specific requirements for your state?
No, tell me the states that give that exception for the state ID. Just tell me the states.
Alright, so in most states, you'll need a valid driver's license to transfer a vehicle title. However, some states might accept a state-issued ID card.
No, tell me the states. Name the states. Which states will allow the state ID? Give me the states. Name them.
In many states, you can use a state-issued ID card.
Okay, that's not gonna help. So Shayla, I think maybe Shayla's sick tonight. Maybe she's tired. We'll give her a break today. Hey, what's going on? Can you tell me which states give an exception for a state ID to do a title transfer instead of a driver's license? Can you tell me which states? Alright. So in Texas, one of the allowed identification options for a title transfer is a state identification certificate, i.e. a state ID in place of a driver's license. In New York, a state license permit or ID, if current or not expired for more than 2 years, qualifies as an acceptable proof of identity for register or titling a vehicle. In Michigan, both buyer and seller must provide a valid driver's license or state ID when doing a title transfer / registration. So there you go. So that's just a couple examples. Other than that, I think PA might even allow that as well too, if I'm not mistaken. When I used to work at IKEA, they allowed state ID. They wouldn't do it if there wasn't a legal loophole. You understand what I'm saying? So I believe Pennsylvania allows it too. We can ask ChatGPT. Does Pennsylvania allow the same thing? Are there any loopholes with that? So I'm looking that up. We can find out. Yes, in Pennsylvania, a state-issued photo ID in addition to a driver's license is accepted for vehicle title / registration purposes. See, look. Here's a breakdown of what I found, including a possible loophole or restrictions you should be aware of. What the law / PennDOT says, Pennsylvania Department of Transportation. When there's transferring a vehicle registration or title, PennDOT or authorized agents requires identification. Acceptable IDs include valid Pennsylvania photo driver license or photo identification card. The state also accepts a valid U.S. Armed Forces Common Access Card as an alternative ID. In fact, some sources list that a valid PA driver's license or another acceptable Pennsylvania photo ID is all that's needed for personal identification in the title transfer scenario. Notary / agent guidelines also reflect that agent may accept valid PA photo exempt driver's license, valid PA photo exempt identification card, valid 15-day temporary internet driver's license or identification card, renewal credential, and expired driver's license / ID, and so forth and so on. So yes, Pennsylvania does allow a use of state-issued non-driver photo ID for title and registration work. It's not strictly only a driver's license. So there's some of the loopholes. I hope this information was very informative to you. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to drop them in the comment section below. Sellers and consumers, let's have a conversation about this, from the consumer to the seller, from the seller to the consumer. But anyway, if you know the vibes, hit the subscribe. If you don't bite, give me a like. Give the video a big thumbs up. Drop it in the comment section below. Drop a comment. And let's have a conversation about this, about, customer communication, clear communication. And share some of your experiences. Share some of your nightmare stories, customers. Sellers, share some of your seller stories, good stories, and share some of your nightmare stories as well too. Let's learn from each other. So once again, these type of videos are so we can have better future meetups and transactions from the seller to the consumer, from the consumer to the seller. And until next time, holla at your boy. I'll see y'all on the next video.
Kind of makes me wonder why the hell so many people are trying to tell me to slow down. Seems like motherfuckers should be shutting the hell up and enjoying the show.